Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. Um, let's see. Where are we? Uh, right. End of last stream, I was talking about my Ash processing being totally backed up. I did end up fixing that off camera. It's unclear exactly what happened. This Ash belt was backed up basically all the way to these two machines, and this soot processing had stopped here, and this was all just deadlocked. My suspicion is that 12 of these running full speed is like 2.4 soot a second, which these two things can manage. Let's see. What's 2.4 out of 4? This has a calculator. So 0.6 times, well, 0.6. So 0.36 ash a second. That can't be why this backed up. I guess we also have ash coming from burning the fuels and other things. So I need to take all the... Or 6, or 9, 10, 11, 12, so that's another 6. Plus, okay, these ones don't make that. So 6 plus 0. Yeah, it shouldn't back up. There should still be capacity here. But at any rate, somehow it backed up. You could see I switched this to a yellow inserter, and maybe that was the issue. Maybe it wasn't the capacity of this machine, but just the movement of this single insertion point of ash into the system. But the ash backup is clearing slowly but surely. You know, these are slowly emptying themselves. The ones at the front won't empty themselves because they're always grabbing fuel. They will eventually turn themselves off, which I might have to fix. We'll see. I think... No, these shouldn't have to turn themselves off, because what should happen is the steam up here should turn off. Oh. Why is this all off? Coal gas is backed up. Coal gas is very backed up. Coal gas is backed up because this is all coal gas. I suspect this has something to do with the way I merged the pipelines down here, which is kind of one of the things that I wanted to... Nope, this pipe is empty. So all of these were out of hot air. Okay. Why are we out of hot air? Because we're backed up on tar, which isn't running because we're backed up on creosote, which isn't running because I forgot to power this machine. All right, I'm going to get that going for now. But, and this should pretty much immediately get everything going again. Yeah. So then we have this coming in, and we should see hot air coming out again as these get themselves refilled. It's not a big deal. Actually, where is that landfill? Can I remove that? Yes. Okay. So, actually, before I do this here, let's head back up to the main base. Try to keep things in my usual order of operations. There was another offline follow, so I am going to go ahead and add them to the list. Thank you very much, Ashimaru, for the follow. It is appreciated. I didn't really mean for this to be like a experiment about whether people have even or odd numbered names, but as you can see, we are mostly even. Okay. Coming back down to hot air. There was a comment on YouTube by Disco Detective talking about that tar quenching was actually the better way. Whoops, turned off alt mode. That tar quenching is the better choice for what I'm trying to do here, and they are absolutely correct. So let's flip over to YAFC and talk about that. And I shared the wrong YAFC window. Is this going to work, or will I have to update it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, 1 second. How do I do properties, select window, the main, nope, not that. That's my console. Where's the actual YAFC? There's the YAFC window. Okay, sorry about that. So this is what I'm doing now, where I'm turning pitch into bricks into stone and sending that extra stone off to be turned into saline. And this takes about, depending on how you account for fuel values, we're not doing the steam here, so I should throw that in as well. I think I put this on fiber. Anyway, that's still a few megajoules, call it 2/3, so 4 megajoules there. So we're looking at like 13, 14 megajoules, and we're getting 2.7 saline out. If we just do the tar quenching, oh, and this has ash separation and all that going on, but we can get rid of all that. Okay. So yeah. If we look at this, we're using a lot less power, only like 8 megawatts, and getting more saline, and we have a little bit of a sink for our kerogen. Problem is I have to get kerogen down here, but even if I don't do this, like, tailings to acid gas, we're just making like 30% more. Yeah, well, 15% more without the kerogen, or close to 30% more if I put kerogen into this system here. So this is better for my purposes, basically. So I think the first thing I want to do today is I'm just going to rebuild this. I'm going to have to figure out how to get kerogen down here, although it uses so little kerogen, I could probably manually feed it and not be too upset about that. Because our kerogen is way the heck up here. Oh, this isn't even running right now, because missing fluids. Because why? Because none of this is running. Because light oil. Because Okay, this is all still backed up, I guess. I thought I've just turned hot air back on. Where's my glass? Is it running again? Okay, it is running. Sort of. That's not very much hot air. Did I not just fix you? Are we not fixed? Oh, because I'm not outputting the aromatics. Okay, this is... whatever. I don't need to fix this because I'm going to tear it all down anyway. So I am... yeah, I'm not even going to try to fix this. We're just going to start tearing stuff down, and we'll see where we go. Oh, and I was missing a pipe here, too. Lovely. But basically, everything after these. So the coal gas still needs to go up and out, and that's fine. And I will connect these here. But that's now our only byproduct here is going to be the coal gas. This was, I don't remember, I think aromatics, but it's coming out. And then this was gasoline, which I also didn't properly connect. So lots of things that I didn't apparently finish correctly here anyway. So I'm glad I'm looking at it. So our two inputs into this pipe here then are just going to be coal gas from this side and the cool coke oven gas from this side. And those are going to be the only fuels going in. So here now I need a couple of quenching towers. Which I'm building totally from scratch. Love it. That's okay. And the other thing I'm going to need, if I want to process the tailings into tailings dust and start working on that half of things, instead of just shoving it in a tank, and I might just shove it in a tank for now, is I need a couple of evaporators and things like that. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I might just shove things into tanks. What do I need for this? I need some lead. I just need a lot of lead. Okay. Lead is up here. So let's grab this quenching tower. And I'm not actually sure where its inputs are, so we're going to have to see that. Tar quenching. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is this only uses water, not steam, so we're not turning some of our coke into steam here. This is still ash. Yeah, that's our ash output. Okay. Did I get that lined up? Oh, that is perfect. I didn't know I was capable of that. Okay. So where we were bringing in water before... we can keep pulling it down. We're going to have saline water out, and that is just going to need to go right up into our saline water up there. All of this goes away. And then somewhere here I'm going to have to deal with priorities. I think that just means like putting a top-up valve here. If I make this where I want less than 80, make it a top-up valve, then I can just pull the saline from down here up there somewhere. And then the other two byproducts for now, because I cannot be bothered to do this correctly, we're doing this and this and this and this, just because this is all so low volume that I can leave that for a little while without totally ruining my life. Oh, and I have to deal with soot. Yes. Let's just throw a couple of these here for now. For now. We will want to deal with ash separation and soot separation down here and all of that, but not at the moment. So let's get this. I guess this can sneak right up through here. Is this a reasonable place to sneak this? Actually, kind of is. All right. Yep, let's run it right up. Oh, does this fit? Oh, look at that. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. And then this needs to be like our primary input. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do this here. Okay. Just need to move around some of this power. Okay. So this should now... I mean, it'll just spit out saline whenever it wants. What I should do so that this is less likely to rely on saline there, build a pump. I'm building so many small parts. Do I want to go up to base? No, it'll be done by the time I get there. Okay. Okay. Pump, and this way we'll be sure we're like actually draining this as we pump saline into the system. Ooh, this is wrong. This is wrong. So this needs to go here. Like that. Again, turn on when output is below 80%. Okay. So these will run secondarily to this. And we're going to be using a lot more saline than we're generating right now, but still. More efficient use of our tar byproducts than stone. Hopefully, this keeps circuits going for a little while. Next on my... I'm going to take this one off the list, I think. Said expand wood was on my list, and I think it still is. Research is still moving slowly, and part of that is because this is just not getting enough wood. I think some of that is just the state of the ashless fuel belt after wood stopped a couple of times, and like in theory it will catch up, maybe, kind of, sorta. but I'm not convinced of that. Yeah, this isn't looking great with the fuel for copper right now. Yeah. So I think we may end up needing to grow this. We're using, these together use half a moss per second. Each of these makes 0.08. So that's 80.96 moss a second. So we have plenty of moss. This should... Well, actually, if this is not prioritized, it won't, because we're only putting like 0.48 moss into these that want 0.5. So I should output priority this. No, I shouldn't. I should build more moss. That's the better... That's the responsible choice. Okay, nope. Too many small parts. Okay. So let's go grab some small parts, make a few moss farms, and we're going to try to find a place to expand this. Okay. I think I can take just like 4 of these. Put them like here. I gotta move this water pipe out of the way. I'm keeping the stone around because I will eventually have enough stone that I can swap to it. So I'm going to keep the stone belt kind of here. Didn't I just make 4 of those? Yes. What is here? Oh, I need landfill. That is a thing that I can sort of do. Okay. Really? I have no moss in my inventory after all the stone that these guys are always chopping down? I'm going to disconnect this for a second, and I will let the moss... Oh, they put it all... The moss I had is already getting put in. Okay. That makes more sense. Let's get this connected. Of course. Oh, why are you like this? There we go. Problem solved. The other thing is these are going to need CO2 hooked up, and I think that is as easy as that. And then this side needs it too. So we can do that. All right. And then grab a bunch of this moss here. And the only other thing is getting the outputs figured out. That looks like they have all their modules now, so I can put this back up. Let's put this, like, I don't know, here. Same here. And then I can run this out this way. All right. So that's a little bit more moss. And I should now have enough that I'm getting the... Yeah, 16 is 1.25 moss a second, more or less now. So I think that will get me where I want to be. And that especially means that now when half of the moss is going here, I don't have to prioritize wood because, like, this moss goes to science. I guess I didn't explain that fully. I didn't want to switch this to prioritize wood and just wait for the wood to back up because I want moss to keep going to science. Oh, and I disconnected the water. That's right. Good catch, Brandon. Glad you remembered that. So we're just going to route this higher. Okay. And then as far as... This is making 25 muddy sludge a second. These each use 1. Okay, so I could run another 8 or 9 of these if I wanted to, without any issues. But this should be enough for now. Excellent. So that is one thing done. Now, if I want to actually expand wood, I am going to need more moss. But I'm not really sure what the best way to do that is right now. Or if I even should think about expanding wood. You know, another one of these modules that uses half a moss a second wouldn't be too hard to set up. I guess I could probably fit 4 more of these here. I don't know how many more I could do beyond that, but... You know, if I put 4 more of these here... Maybe it's worth it. What would 4 more get me to? 4 more would get me to 1.6 moss a second. So I could be pulling 1 moss, doubling my wood production, and still be pushing 0.6 moss down here, which is more than enough for our science needs. I'm not even sure where this moss goes. Oh, we're making moss gene samples. Right. Because... Oh, and this needs saline. I forgot about that. That's to make digosaurs. What about caravans? Caravans also need saline and... Oh, some rock cocoons. Okay. All right. And then down here... Oh, chitin. Chitin recycling is a whole thing that I need to think about as well. Let's flip back over to YAFC for a second. Because as I recall, chitin, and we're not making 1 a second, but yeah, we can turn it into carbolic oil with some middle oil and steam. And that also gives us some naphthalene, which, you know, goes through our normal process here of whatever. Yes. So I think I want to do this, because this is a bunch of carbolic oil. Like, this would happily run all of my oil production. Well, if I had 1 chitin a second. I don't have a chitin a second. I have... Ooh. That is wrong. These should be whitelisted to rocks on this side. Okay. And I already fixed this side, right? To say put out anything that's not of rock? Yes, okay. This is blocked on formic. That should never happen. Why are we blocked on formic acid? Because we're not getting sodium alginate, which we're not... Wait. No, we're blocked on slabs going out because we don't have steam. Oh, because our ashless fuel belt is effed. Okay. Yep. I've lost track of what I was doing. Why did I come down here in the first... Oh, right, because I was looking at recycling. I wanted to figure out how much chitin we're actually making. Do I have that in here somewhere? No. Oh, no, it is in the other... It's in YAFC, that's right. Science. So, 0.025 chitin. Okay. Okay, so it's not a huge amount of carbolic oil, but still, it contributes to the stone mining, and, yeah. So we want to get that chitin routed, out of here. Up to here, where I need to find middle oil. Yeah. Once again, we're backed up on fuel use. Did we lose hot air again? Item ingredient shortage? No. We're just full of glass. You don't have fuel? What is going on? That feeds there. What is this pipe? Full of hydrogen. Oh, this is the hydrogen feed from here. Okay. That's fine. Sort of. Did this get jammed? Does it somehow think that it has... Oh, it has different fluids on both sides. And it's just not... No, there's nothing in this side. This is 0.0. Is there just like a trickle of coke oven gas in here? And this stuff all... Yeah, because if it was more than a trickle, we'd be pumping out the hydrogen. Interesting. Alright, there's some bugginess here. But I think part of that is that I need to not be feeding this hydrogen pipe in here. I think this hydrogen pipe needs to merge with this, where they all come in at a single point. Oh, I get it. This is stopped, and it's full of gasoline, so it can't flow through. Ah. I understand. I don't want to deal with that right now. I need to deal with it. Because apparently I'm out of coke. Because this hasn't been running. So we need to keep glass running. Unfortunately. Glass is my only sink for all of these various fluid fuels right now. Okay, the way I'm going to fix this for now is say we have such a huge glass buffer that there we go. And then while I'm here, let's get this merging in at the same point as the other pipes up here. see if we can get this routed in at least a reasonably intelligent way. Okay, that actually is not so bad. So there's the hydrogen byproduct from our sodium hydroxide creation. Okay. So this should keep the system running a little more consistently, and I'm just going to rely on this buffer of, 6, 12, 18,000 glass. That should last a while. I'm not too concerned about that. Something is still screwy here. These are all saying they're starting to... This is just pumping trickles of coke oven gas, and it's winning the lottery. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is what I was talking about before, about needing, like, hysteresis in these things, and... Let's head down here. Oh yeah, we have no wood. That's not surprising. Down here... this is just like... Let's try getting rid of this buffer. Maybe the buffer is doing more harm than good. Yeah, there we go. Now we're venting the whole pipe. So that should let other things take their turns more effectively now. Let us see how that's looking. Hey, look, we're burning other fluids. Perfect. There's a lot of coke gas or coal gas to burn through here, so this is going to take a minute for all of this to burn through that. But it does look like everything is using it as fuel. This still has gasoline in it, but that's okay. When this one eventually backs up on Petri dishes, we're going to be in the same boat that we were with the glass backed up. But for now, it's operating. Okay. And then up here, I think I'm going to have the same problem, right? Well, no, because we have an overflow valve on this one, right? For the coal gas going in. Oh, yeah, and it just switched over to hydrogen. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, it's working again. Yep, this is all moving. This is all moving. This is all moving. I see coke being produced. Awesome. This is what I want to see. If I want 4 of these... Oh, I just need soil. I can make that happen. I've got soil washers around somewhere. Let's make 4 more moss farms. And 4 more forestries. Let's grab all parts, so we're not constantly making them. Make that 4th forestry. We also need 2 nurseries. What do I need for that? More soil, apparently. Stone. Oh, and I'm making pipes. Pipes. Stone bricks are up here. God, our stone output is so screwed. Another nursery. I think that's everything I need here. Yeah, so this will run up to 1 log a second. We're making a grand total of, okay, 0.6. So I will actually need another one of these if I do a full build of this. And that's fine. That's easy enough to add. So I guess I'm going to copy the whole shadoodle. So it'll be like here down to like here. And then all of that can go, I guess, just like right over here. I need more trees. Oh, I forgot about that part. Okay, let's make a nursery. Oh, nope. I need 10, 20, 30. I need 40 trees. Okay. And if I want to make trees, I need to do that. 3 seedlings. Okay. What else do I need here? I need a saw. I need an assembler. Okay. So I need to get the tree modules. I have seeds. That's fine. Seeds are easy. Oh, and this is actually no longer needed here. So I can get rid of that. And I don't need it at all in the new one. Oh, wrong spot. Let's see. And then this just comes right through here. Under here. Cuts around. Up and in. Okay. So that will be our second thingy. Okay. And get power across here somehow. Okay. So all I need now is I need a little bit of wood to bootstrap all of this, and then I need to steal one of these nurseries. I need 40 planter boxes. Okay. How many planter boxes can I make right now? 10. What do I need? I need ash. Oh. What? Wherever will I find ash? Actually, where will I find ash these days? I'm sure I still have crates of ash around. I just need to remember where I need to look for it. There's some over here somewhere, isn't there? Like by the copper? Yeah. Another 11. Okay. Think that will be our 40 of those. So we can grab one of these. No, we need 2 of these, right? One making seedlings and one making trees. Yeah, okay. So take you, take the other one, and I'm going to do it. Let's see, where can I do it? Actually, don't need any of this part, do I? What I need is for this to come, like, right through here. What am I missing? Oh, yep. Okay, and with that coming around here, I can do it off of this end, which will be a little bit easier. So we're going to have one nursery right here. Tree seedlings. And you need water coming in, so let's get that hooked up. Bop, 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 bop. And then next to you, you are going to make the trees themselves. Throw in my planter boxes. What do we need for a seedling? What is the recipe here? 5 moss. Oh, but the moss and the trees are coming down here. That's right. I don't have to feed this one. I just have to do this. And then these are going to store up to... Does this work? Yeah, enable, disable when it's less than 100. Yeah, less than 100. Okay. So as the seeds come through, it'll figure itself out here. But these need power for their temporary running in this situation. And then I just need to output these here and come back in a while, and I'll have the trees to finish expanding that. Up here, let's look at this again. Take some of this. Bop, 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 bop. Put these on. What did I just do? Ah, right there. Okay. 1. Can I do 2? Oh, look at that. Just barely. Just barely. But that's perfect. I'm going to have to figure out how to route the stone up to the top, but that's a different problem. Oh, I'm out of undergrounds. Let's go get some more undergrounds. Do I need anything else while I'm down here? I could use some yellow inserters, but I don't think I'm making those automatically yet. I'm not. Underground pipes. Underground pipes. And then, same as before, we'll just disconnect this. So we can grab some moss. That looks correctly hooked up. Whoops, I didn't quite get this right. There. Disconnect that. That one. All right. Do these have all their input fluids? They do. And I think 20 of these can run off of this, right? Yeah, 25 a second. 1 a second, yes. And I have plenty of CO2 from these things, so not even worried about it. Oh, without the nurseries, these won't turn on. What do I need to make a couple more nurseries? I need some inductors. I need some small parts. Okay. Grab small parts. Let's head down to electronics and grab inductors. What do I need? More dirt. It's always dirt. This way I can just get these in place and it can start to bootstrap as I... Because, like, there's no reason this couldn't be, well, besides me messing up the water supply here. There's no reason these couldn't be starting. I just need to route this water in slightly differently. There we go. These ones I need to turn off, though. Oh, we are set up to be able to handle things spoiling in these. Okay. Not as big a deal, then. Oh, and I don't have ash hooked up. Okay, let's do that. That's an important part of this whole situation. Okay. Where does that go? Okay. There. And these ones don't have any special configuration, do they? Nope. Yeah, I didn't really need to delete those. Okay. Definitely going to be a little while before this fully gets itself going. Oh, we should have plenty of moss here to bootstrap these things, shouldn't we? Let's get that reconnected. Okay. With that, working. Okay, so we should be making... so like 1.6 moss a second now. Of which currently 0.8 will flow here, but we need 1. So I am going to output priority left this, but we're making enough now that I think I can get away with that. Also, did we just run out of tree seeds? No, we have plenty buffered. Okay. Sure, put them in that one. Why not? So yeah, as these slowly build trees, we can come by and turn this on the rest of the way again. Obviously, it's going to take a minute for all of the moss and seeds to work their way all the way around this, and fill up this whole line. But science is broken anyway. Oh, excuse me. Science is broken anyway, so I think we can survive that for the short term. Cool. I'm gonna call that done. Why isn't this working? Huh. I'm confused because I just copied and pasted this from over here. But yeah, it's showing that's the square. That must have changed recently. Now the real question is, does changing the side of the belt that this is on break anything? We come down here, we come down here, we come down here, we join on a T, that's safe. And on this side, when we're coming down here... Yes. Okay, this is broken. Glad I checked. Okay. And then, however many logs I just picked up. Oh, I have a bunch of logs, actually. Let's drop those into one of these. And then wood. Yeah, not that much. Okay. Uh, 5, 10, 15, 22 left? Hopefully, as this comes online, though, we're going to see better wood coming down here. This should re-back up pretty quickly. We're not pulling that much for cellulose here. I should move that to the better cellulose recipe at some point too, but that's okay. Yeah, this is going to back up momentarily. So wait, with 4 of these going, that's 0.6. This is making... This is making 3 a second, I think? And this is won't be making 3 a second. So it should all fit on one belt, is what I'm saying. I think it'll all fit on one belt. Or on one side of the belt. Although I could swap these around. And maybe I should do that. It'll probably at least improve throughput a little bit. And if I ever grow these or add another one, yeah. Okay. So we're getting there. One more. All right, so this is going to take, I don't know, how long? How many seconds? 30 seconds per tree for 17 more trees, so like 8 more minutes. I'll come back and check on it later. How are we doing on getting moss backed up? Almost like halfway. But what we should be seeing at this point is we're making enough wood that more of it should be going past all of these machines. Yeah, so these should all be able to run nearly full-time now, which will be fantastic. we should be getting a lot more fuel coming through. I'll have to make sure that my processing here can handle it. Maybe I should preemptively just upgrade a bunch of these inserters, but so far it seems like it's handling it okay. And then, yeah, we have a lot more wood coming down here. It looks like this thing is actually running, I mean, not quite full speed, but pretty darn close. And as the other, you know, as this comes more online, every time I come over here and do this, yeah. So we're not quite to the point where we're keeping up with this, unfortunately. This isn't running full speed, I don't think. 0.8 of those per second. Yeah. Because these each make 0.5, and this uses at most 0.4. So this is running at 0.8 times. So we need 1.6 wood per second. And over here, we're making 0.6, 1.2, but like this is all limited by other inputs anyway, I think. Like, you know, the inserter can only move like 0.8 things a second. So that's going to be our real bottleneck in all of this is, you know, inserter throughput. So we will see how well this all runs. But I'm hopeful that I will see more fuel coming in and see more wood backing up kind of through the whole system, but like there's a lot of places that wood has to get to. You know, coming down here, like we've completely drained all of the wood coming into this, right? I'm gonna just throw some in there so it runs. But this is a problem. It's gonna take a while for this to all catch itself back up. Yeah, I can do this. 1 second. There we go. Just have one chest for this instead of two. A little cleaner. I don't know if I need... I doubt I'm making enough saline from the hot water that I need to buffer it. This stuff is just, yeah, filling very slowly. I will have to deal with it eventually, but for now... yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, maybe I should be worried about it, but... we're making hot air. We should be making hot air much more quickly than we can consume it over at glass. All right, yeah, we're low on fuels again. These are kind of fluctuating, which means coke up here isn't running very strongly again. Why is that? I mean, it's running. Interestingly, these are running, which scares me. Now that really just is our steam demand. All right. We really are making that much. Needing that much steam that all of these are running. Wow. I mean, not all out, but... Interesting. Well, what are you? Oh, no mineable resources. Lovely. Okay. That is fixed. What else is going on with the base? I think we're okay. Yeah, this is running. This looks like it's running full speed to me. What is this fork of... Oh, that's for... Yeah. That's for science. That's fine. So we're running this. These are running backed up on light oil. Light oil gets processed here, and we're backed up on aromatics and gasoline. But why? Gasoline... Because we're just not quite ever draining this coal gas thing. Cheating a little bit because that voids a bunch of fluid. But I'm wondering if this will help to not have that buffer. Maybe not. This is a problem. This is all a problem. I don't know why this is breaking. This has been working fine for 200 days. In-game days, obviously, not real days. But yeah, the whole system is backing up on everything. So confused. Yeah, it's just never quite emptying. Because this is ticking on and off, right? Yeah, blip, 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 blip. I mean, eventually these will back up on tar, right? When these can't run anymore. Yeah. And then we'll stop making coal gas and it'll cycle through everything else, but that's not really how I want this to be working. I really do need to figure out some hysteresis for this system, and that means circuits, and we talked about that last time. They're way down here. There's a lot that needs to be in here before I can get... At least they're not super expensive as far as... the recipes go. but I've got augs to do. Augs, however you say it. Yes, we're doing iron here, which I said I wanted, and then off of casting, chromium. I guess oil industry machinery is the next kind of main path forward here, isn't it? Separation. What does this give me? Soil into sand, coarse fraction limestone biomass, classifier. I'm unclear. Well, yeah, getting sand, coarse fraction, limestone, and biomass, and then the coarse fraction becomes stone, iron, and gravel. Sand becomes iron, gravel, and a little bit of quartz. Interesting. There's other ways to get coarse fraction too, if I recall correctly. Doesn't that come from some coal processing? I'm not sure. At any rate, I'm not sure that's the right path. Mycology, which gives me phagogy, which apparently I can turn into coal. I will need that for rock stage 2. But that looks like it. Oh no, some other stuff. Molecular decohesion, which goes right down. Okay, that's also right into green tech. Other stuff. If I want to get into trains, I need to do assembly 2. That's probably where I should be headed, isn't it? Water animals into assembly 2. Or mining machines, which gets me better aluminum and zinc. But I don't think those get me anything immediately. I don't know. My research is getting pretty far ahead of me anyway, so maybe the answer is to let it peter off after, you know, intermetallics and electric energy distribution here, and yeah. Oh, right. What am I doing? My trees should be done. So let's go finish turning trees on. I think that's a worthwhile endeavor. This is almost backed up. 14? 14. Beautiful. Okay. Cool. So wood is doubled. Hopefully this will keep up. I can't imagine why it wouldn't. Yeah. We're already doing much better, at least on the wood side, although we're still not really backing up on it. Fuel? How are we doing on fuel? Where's the path down? Not there. Here? These are still eating anything they can get. So the rest of the system hasn't backed up enough yet to really let this part run cleanly. Which is less than ideal, but you know, it's trying. It's trying real hard. should probably actually have one more of these so that it can buffer a little bit. That way, when one of these runs out of fuel, there will be a little extra steam sitting around. But that only works once we have enough fuel. And right now, where's our fuel going? Most of it is coming right through here, getting split and going up to copper. Copper was not looking so hot the last time I looked. Yeah, copper is not looking so hot. So this is still an issue. I mean, these things are running full out, right? Yeah. So I think I'd have to expand this processing point here. Although I could see that these are still not fully running 100% of the time. At least this one blipped off for a second. But that might be fixed now that I've got this running here. What are we making? So these are each making 3, so we're making 6 wood a second. Each of these can pull half a wood, so we're pushing 4 wood a second past them. Which is a lot of wood. I can't imagine I'm pulling enough that the system isn't gonna maybe actually be finally backing up. Okay. So this is kind of running at full speed now. Well, not quite. It's trying to, but not quite. But that's good to see. So now both of these are turning on. Yeah, okay. Stuff's turning on. Over here... Labs, where does the science come from? This one. You're missing basic substrate. That shouldn't ever happen. Oh, because we're not getting moss. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Because the moss is still backing up here. And then as soon as that backs up, we're going to be pushing 0.6 moss a second down all of our moss paths. And that'll be okay. Alright, things are running again. But this is once again sitting on coal gas. Okay. I don't love it. The sushi pipe is great, but it's definitely finicky, and it would be a lot more reliable, again, if I had some hysteresis, right? You let it get up to 80%, and then you drain it to below 10%, and then you let a different thing that's above 80% go. But also, I just need to have consumers for more of my gas byproducts. That would help, too. Got a bunch of hydrogen that I could probably figure out something to do with. Maybe not. Oh, that's pressurized hydrogen. Oops, that's why I'm in the wrong thing. How about regular hydrogen? Hydrogen. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I forgot I have this recipe. Just turning anthracene straight up into more gasoline. What am I doing with my anthracene right now? What are our outputs? Is this one outputting anthracene? This one outputs anthracene. Okay. So this is the anthracene. It's blue. It's blue. It goes into these. Okay, which makes gasoline and Coke currently, as opposed to just gasoline. Interesting. I mean, I guess I know why I would want to do that, because I have too much goddamn Coke. I don't consistently have too much Coke right now, though. So I'm not sure that that's the upgrade path that I want to be looking at. And then, yeah, we're getting into more complex. Oh, I need a little bit of it for diborane. Okay. Nope, that one's disabled. Are we showing hidden recipes? It show disabled, but not show hidden. Okay. All right, well, I'm not going to change that now. This looks like it is roaring back to life, except for how much we're relying on this steam right now, which I don't want to be. I'm confused as to why I am. Are we actually pulling that much power? Apparently the answer is yes. Yeah. 32. This is actually slowly draining. Did something break down here? No, okay. We still have heat. I was worried that maybe I lost heat here and these weren't running. But these are all running. I'm just pulling that much power, aren't I? Yeah, 100 megawatts. Okay. How did I get so high? Most of it is just doing the ash processing, which is ridiculous. And I guess that's why I was working on the new steam plant originally, right? Is because this will be much more ash efficient. But there's still quite a few of these secondary crushers that need to be built, and each one of them needs like 25 circuits. So actually getting this fully turned on is still an investment that I need to make. I think it's a worthwhile investment. Like, this would be, I think, most of the steam I need for the whole base. And I was talking about wanting to refactor, you know, the steam flows, you know, how we have steam coming from here up to certain places and making sure that everything is getting steam where it needs it. But that's a process, and I'm still not making circuits consistently enough, I think, that I could do that. Yeah, these will push saline in when they can. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Hey, okay. We're getting there on the circuits. We are building them more rapidly. That is good to see. Oh yeah, what is backing up here? What is backing up here? Oh, okay. We are making progress on bringing this base back to life. Slowly but surely. I'm sorry, I know this is not the most exciting stream. I'm just really trying to get things a little more reliable. Like, things have been a mess in this base for a long time. I think fuel is still an issue. Yeah, we're still not getting enough fuel over here to run these all consistently. Which is fine. And then here, we're still waiting for moss to back up. Oh, there it goes. Oh, perfect timing. So we should see, you know, 5 of every 8 go this way, and then 3 go this way, I think. But yeah, excellent. Excellent, 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 excellent. So this should all start running again. This moss, oh, that's right, this splits this way. What is this for? This is just for making creatures, right? Yeah. So let's prioritize this on the left so that science is prioritized over making new monsters. That is fine. Why are some of these red? They aren't hooked up to CO2? Have they been broken the whole time? Probably. All right, let's go over there and fix those. Oh, and we've got a whole bunch more stone again now, too. How did that happen? Where did all this stone come from all of a sudden? Not that I'm complaining, but makes me nervous. Do I trust it enough to swap this recipe is really the question. Let's see. We've got this. We'll come out to like here. Okay. That is hooked up. That is an intentional one. That's fine. Although I guess I could switch that to a... Okay. Yeah, apparently when the base is actually running, I do in fact make enough stone to, like, do things. Who'da thunk? So this comes through here. This goes down. Where does this stone even go? I don't even know what this is used for. Oh, alginate. Okay. Which gets fed into here, which is... Okay, yeah, we're still not making enough steam consistently here. But... What about copper? Is copper starting to catch up at all on the fuel? Not really. Yeah, I do think I need to make more fuel. And I do think I'm going to need to finish at least some of what's going on up here and get this turned on at least a little bit. Just because there's... I need the steam, basically. is this the long and short of it is I need the steam. I don't want to do that right now, though. What I wanted to be doing today was starting to push towards intermetallics, which I guess I still can do. We've got Nexolite, antimony, and nickel. Oh, that's right. We have a big patch of nickel ore right in the middle of the base. I guess I should go for that. That's the most convenient. All right, let's head down there. Let's see what we need. You know, I've already got infrastructure here, right? Oh, and this needs syngas. Interesting. Okay. I'm okay with that. So over here, we are still making a lot of coal gas. I wonder if we're making enough that I should be using this as a primary. Probably not enough to be using it as a... to use this as our primary source. I'm going to have to plumb it down from up here, where I've already got a big syngas plant that I think I overspec'd for my needs, quite intentionally. So I should be able to take syngas off of this line, figure out how I'm going to route it down here, and then fluid mining drills. Okay. And what's the mining speed? Mining time is 200%. That's fine. Let's clear this. And let's go grab the stuff that we need for a few. So, we need to take nickel. Okay, so it just gets crushed in a jaw crusher. This is just like iron. 3 jaw crushers. No. 9 jaw crushers. You know what? Let's flip over to let's flip over and do this right. Oh, I was looking at chitin recycling too. I should do that before I start a new project. This is a good one to get done. Because we do want that extra carbon. Well, we have plenty of stone now. Or so it seems. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's just backing up at this end because I don't have a lot of consumption at this end. Because this is just used for science? Is that what I said? Yeah. Yeah, and this is still blocked on our steam production, not happening. Okay. I don't know if I believe that I actually have a lot of stone. I think this is just still backed up on our fuel situation. Because, yeah, I don't think we're improving. Oh, maybe we are slowly but surely catching up on fuel at copper. I mean, that's a start. I don't know how I don't know if we're catching up. We might be as caught up as we're going to get there. Okay, I think... I hate to make more of these. We're already chewing through so much wood. But I gotta do it. I think that means I need to move these somewhere else. Unclear where. I don't have a lot of space around here. I guess I could put them up here. pulling 2. We're making 1.2. 1.2 turns into 5, so we're making 6, and we should be pulling 2 of it. And I did just double what I was making. So we could double this fuel capacity and still have doubled how much wood is going everywhere else. And to some extent, I do think, yeah, this is just still backing up this super long belt. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to double the number of these things making fuel. And I'll put them like up here. And yeah, that will be the plan. So let's get a few of those built. Oop, nope. Nope, nope. Small parts. Always small parts. Okay. So let's just copy and paste this. All right. And that's fuel out. That will feed in right here. Right where this is already already a thing. So we're going to prioritize the fuel. And I can get away with that because I know that these cannot possibly consume enough to block the rest of the base. Okay. So that will come in here. Oh, I do need to power this whole disaster. Here, let's pick up these ones. Okay, so this will be the input. Nope, nope. Okay. Cool. And then we can bring this up right on down. Let's see. Right in here? Yeah, right in... Well, that's not easy. Right up here. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'm going to go ahead. I do have some circuits. I'm going to upgrade all of the inserters here that deal with buffering all this stuff, because we're going to have a lot more coming through. And this is already stopped. Oh, right, because I don't have power. That's okay. And hopefully these guys can keep up. Does look like it. Maybe. Maybe they're catching up. I'll give it a minute. And then this should be backing up eventually here. I could put a lane balancer on this if I was feeling fancy, but I don't think I'm feeling that fancy. Are these all running full speed now? They look like it. Yeah. Moss is still fully backed up, still running through. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. Making landfill at a better rate. That's good. We're going to need landfill. In case anyone has forgotten the horrors that is this map. Okay. How are we doing here? This hasn't backed up again. I still don't know what went wrong. I wonder if it wasn't the ash and the soot that originally backed up. I wonder if it was the coal dust, because we didn't have enough steam demand or something like that. Not sure. But we've got like 6 belts coming in here, full power. Yeah, we are running this base as hard as we can right now. Oh, I wonder if we found any more geothermal. There's another geothermal! That's a long pipe to run. But double the number of because this will pull 240. I forget how much the mine actually makes at 100%. That might be worth thinking about hooking up. Take some more of the load off of this system. Light oil is backed up on, yeah, gasoline. We're just not sinking the fluids fast enough, and this is needing to make too much of its own steam, is part of the problem here. But if we have two different... If I set up the main steam plant that I was talking about up top, right? And then we have geothermal as well. So geothermal would always feed in, right? It would just be like pumps into the main steam line. And then this would be like a top-up valve, right? If it goes below 80%. And I'd still be expecting this to feed the main steam system. And I think for that to work right with the new fluids, I have to run each of them to like a central location where I can set up a tank farm. And then from there, the steam line can go wherever. That's not totally infeasible, right? From geothermal, I think it's pretty easy, actually, to run our steam. Well, we'd get rid of these furnace engines, and we'd run the steam pipe up to, like, I don't know, here. This is near the center of the base, right? And then also from here, we'd run a ridiculous steam pipe all the way down. We'd have a small tank farm, and then we'd have priorities for steam usage, right? We'd prioritize, power first. Maybe even move the power plant over here. And then, whatever our other steam usages are, right? Working on coal cracking and, various other things, depending on how fine-grained we want to get. Basically you use overflow valves with different thresholds, where the lower the threshold, the higher the priority, right? So if I want to say, if steam is above 0, basically send it to power. If it's above 10%, send it to coal. If it's above 20%, send it to tin. And we'd have all of those uses. So that's the grand plan for steam, and I should probably do that for other things as well, right? Like where I'm bringing in fluids here. How bad is this getting? This is going to get bad fast. I'm going to have to deal with these tailings. I expected this to have backed up faster, because we're only using like a third of the hot air. But I guess this pipe is so long that it's just a big buffer. At any rate, yeah, we should do the same thing with, like, coal gas. But really, once I get central steam, I think a lot of this goes away, and then I can do this coke processing up here. It's just one of my coke inputs along with the traditional processing, and we can prioritize those based off of the needs of our different outputs and things like that. We can still use the, like, fuel pipe for glass. That would still work. But, again, I think all of that needs circuits. The more I'm talking about this, like, to get all this really working reliably and stably, the more I just think I need circuits. So maybe I am just going to do the push to circuits. And see where that gets me. And that goes through assembly 2, oil industry machinery, rubber, which gets me better rubber stoppers for science. Okay. Yeah, and this will also start bringing in uses for some of these byproducts, right? Oh, look at this transport belt recipe. Once I could build belts. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So let's, I don't know why I need... Something must require fish oil, right? Yeah, gearboxes need fish oil. Is that a hard mode thing? That's got to be a hard mode thing. Okay. That lets me render fish, but how do I make fish? Fish stage 1. Oh, composting is also a good one to get in. Ooh. Maybe I want composting first. Nope, I need the other stuff first. Never mind. Okay. All right, composting, and then on the other side, tin processing. Nope, and we're done. But then this microbiology and then fish. Well, do I need to rust a fish? I don't really need to rust a fish. Let's do composting. And then from there, whatever I need to get down to circuits, rubber, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Oh, I do need to do tin and microbiology. Okay. So maybe it is worth doing fish there. We'll see if I end up needing fish oil consistently. Like, I'm not sure how many gearboxes I'm going to need to make. And then these automated factories, I think their big advantage is that they're bigger at this point in the game. I don't think I need a lot as far as running them off of running them off of electricity instead of even ashless fuel is nice, but I'm not to a point where I have that good electricity generation. So okay, that is that bit. That to-do list is getting ridiculous, and a lot of it is longer refactors. How long have I been going? Almost 2 hours. Okay. I want to get the shitten recycling going. Oh, this is not keeping up. Which part isn't keeping up? These. Okay. How do I improve this? All right, well, this doesn't have to be so compact anymore. We have a little more space. But yeah, I think I just need to make this a little less unnecessarily compact. So we have these coming in. These two things each feed into one of these. These feed this. This fiber goes to Formica for circuit boards. That's fine. The rest of the fiber can honestly just bypass this. So I think what I actually want to do here, now that I'm making plenty of all of this stuff, I think what I need to do... Oh, God. Okay, so output priority left is still fiber. And then this will just get split again. Output priority left. And feed right into here. And then this goes straight through. And then we'll see if we end up with the same problem on... You know, I really don't know what I was necessarily thinking with this design when I look at it. Because, like, God, how do I have so much stone in my inventory again? One moment. Let's just do that sort of thing. I know I had a reason for building all these buffers in, but for the life of me, do I still think it's a good reason if I can't remember what it was? Maybe. Maybe. I know I don't have a camera, but I'm steepling my fingers right now, contemplating my life choices. I could get rid of this buffer. just like I did on this side, right? Where I'm like, obviously we just prioritize going this way. Because these already prioritize this, and then, yeah, you know what? We're going to do it. I don't know why I didn't... Is it because I built this before I had splitters? That may be what happened. Okay. So you are output priority left, because we want to burn this when we have it. And then if it overfills, just like before, goes and gets turned into ash, which should be the priority input on this. Yeah. And this should just flow now. And this is just backed up at the moment, so this won't keep flowing at this speed forever. But basically, yeah, we fork out the high priority fiber, and then we let raw fiber come. We fork out the low priority biomass. Then we reprioritize raw fiber to... Sorry, fiber to raw fiber to biomass on the way in. We should fix this so we're not side-loading this belt. And... yeah, let's do this one too. I have a bunch of raw fiber that I could go use to fuel some things while the rest of this sort of catches up. But, yeah, and this is now, I think, pretty... not quite steady state, but reasonably close to it. How close is this to backing up here? You were doing well for a while. I guess I did reprioritize more towards fuel. I might need to make this even bigger. That would be upsetting. And would definitely require more moss. That is a problem for a different day, though. For now, let's do this. Let's, oh, hey, this is actually reasonably backed up, finally. I was going to say, I'll fill these up with, fill these all up with the good stuff. So this should run consistently now. How are we doing on circuits? Still running. Okay, cool. For the third time, I've let myself get distracted from trying to make, oh, this makes carbolic. Oh. Okay, let's double check that recycling the chitin is actually a net gain for me. Okay. So this is coal. So tar refining tops makes carbolic blah, 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 blah. 14.2 a second. If I bring in chitin at 0.025, and I want to turn that into carbolic oil, Okay, yes, it is a net gain. We use a little more steam, but that's okay. It is a net gain in carbolic oil. Cool. So let's get this done then. Let's get this belt of chitin running up, and get a tar processing unit set up, and yeah, easy peasy. With that, I was trying to move, and my OBS had focus. Okay, so this will just need to become an overflow valve, right? I greater than 80. And then, do I already have a tar processing unit? I do. Perfect. Carbolic oil from chitin. Move it over there. Yeah. And then we can just hook that up. Hook steam up. Okay. Now I just need to bring up the... Oh, and we make naphthalene too. Did that change our naphthalene? It's just a little bit. Where do we use naphthalene? Naphthalene. Oh, we turn it into creosote. 2.18. Okay. So I think the answer is no. We're not... Those aren't the one turning it into creosote. Where's the one turning it into creosote? Here? No, this is carbolic oil overflow. This one? Yeah. Okay, naphthalene into creosote here. Yep, okay. So I just need to make sure that I hook up that correct output. And find the carbolic oil output, wherever that is. Okay, so I can actually hook carbolic oil up right here, because this is where the overflow is. So that's easy. I like easy. Okay. And then the naphthalene output. Oof. That's the double ring, not the triple ring. This is all tar refining tops. This is aromatics. Is it you? No, that's anthracene. Okay, this outputs naphthalene. Okay. So that output is here. Okay, and these also output naphthalene. Okay. Okily dokilies. Can't run a... No, they don't run through. Oh, I'm gonna have to go all the way around with this pipe, aren't I? That stinks. Or I move the carbolic oil pipe, but that's just as bad. Alright, yep, we're going around. Can I squeeze it in somewhere over here with all these pipes? Yeah, I think so. This one, okay. Okay, those are our outputs. Now I just have to get the chitin up here. And that comes from this chest, which feed right on out. And nothing about this is going to be fun. Where are we going with this? We're going all the way up here. There's some space kind of in this general area. I'm kind of tracing backwards where I've got room. Yeah. Okay. So we gotta go right up through here. And then hook a left. And kind of up into where we want to be. Okay. I've done so much worse spaghetti than that, even this week. So I'm okay with this level of pasta. Let's grab a bunch of belts and let's just get this done. Ooh. If I move this over one, I can squeeze through here. Same with some of these, actually. I move that like that. And this one up one as well. And I can zigzag this through here. Okay. From here, we want to go up. Over. Up again. And then I guess pretty much straight up here and then hang a left. Yep. Cool. Okay. And there is our belt of chitin. Perfect. And at some point, this buffer will empty, and I'll just remove it, and this will feed the belt directly. This atrocity will eventually be feeding my Digosauruses for Nexilite harvesting. So that's its own thing. Okay, this looks like we're being limited at this point by basic substrate. Which is cool and unexpected. Oh, is this copper? Is copper all the way backed up on its fuel again? Yeah. Is the system backed up on fuel? Not entirely. But a lot of it is. Okay. Ooh, I probably need some kind of lane balancer, like right here. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter. I'm curious why we're pulling so much from just that lane. Ah, it's this. Okay. Yep. Side loading here. That makes sense. Okay. What am I doing next? I don't even know. I'm so far ahead of myself in tech. I need to, like, figure out what I'm doing. So we have more advanced titanium processing. I don't even think I'm using the titanium I have right now. Although maybe that's what I should do when I do build out, like, real titanium. Because right now we've got just 4 fluid mining drills, and I should probably upgrade it to trying to get a belt of ore out and doing real processing. Same with aluminum, where we're only pulling out, you know, a little bit and not really doing real processing. I'm going to set up nickel correctly to begin with. And then I'm not sure we can get a belt of Nexolite out, but I'll do it if I can. What's the other one? Chromium. And is there one more involved in all of this intermetallics nonsense? Antimony. Yeah. And antimony is its own fun process. But getting, you know... actually, let me flip over to YAFC. I YAFC'd this out on my own time. You know, getting... Oh, and this has mining for everything set up as well. But yeah, to get one foundry running intermetallics is a whole... I mean, a ton of intermediates. But really, I should do this in reverse and do like a input belt of each raw ore and base all my stuff on that. You know what? Should we do that? Let's do that. Let's do a new intermetallics. Okay. So we're going to have like nickel ore coming in at a belt. That gets processed. That gets plates. And then we're going to have Nexolite. Again, coming in at a belt. Cleaned. Plates. Aluminum. Oh, thing. Aluminium? Alumininium, yes. Minus 15. I will assume that we have aluminum processing, so we'll do the fancy one. Ooh, do we have to do powdered with the new processing line? Is that true? Powdered aluminum? Yep, molten aluminum. And then, well, we'll use hot air, of course. Cool. So, molten aluminum and then aluminum plates with hot air. Titanium. Oops. Again, filtered. And do I have an option? No, this is the best I can do with titanium at this point. Copper or filter. Make the grade 2. Copper plate, 3 a second. Okay. And then we start saying things like we want to make duralumin. Link that. Create link. Allow overproduction of aluminum. That's fine. And then... what are our next ones? Nickel goes into vitrolloy. Again, allow overproduction of nickel. Allow overproduction of Titanium. Oops. Create link. There we go. Allow overproduction. See if this figures itself out. It actually is figuring itself out. I am impressed that this is working. And then what is our last input? It's going to be the antimony. Antimony ore. Yes. So that'll get processed. And then the grade 4 gets turned into the oxide. And then this. Oh, we also need that for the vitrolloy. Yep. Create link. Allow overproduction. And it just chooses not to. That's what I was afraid of. This is getting too complicated, and it's just like, I don't think that you need to make the vitrolloy. Because I have allow overproduction on too many things. So I need to figure out what's the thing that's actually the limiting factor. Okay. I guess it's the duralumin through the process. And then where's the nexalate plate? That needs to make... Oh, I don't have iron in here yet. So iron gets processed, and then that we will use the molten, of course. Casting with hot air, of course. Let's see. Nexalate. Iron nexalate antimony special alloy. Yes, I know. Create link. Failed to solve the model and to find deadlock loops. Interesting. It's mad at me. Is it having trouble with the antimony? It's not the antimony. Allow overproduction of iron. Allow overproduction of nexalate. Disable overproduction of iron? Okay. But now if I create this link, now allow overproduction. There we go. Why is it doing it this way? Oh, because... Yeah. The assignment of the antimony to these two things. Oh, but then once I say intermetallics, it should balance them out as best it can, right? Create the link. Allow overproduction. Yeah, there we go. What a mess that was. Okay. Oh, I should allow overproduction of duralumin too, but it won't figure that out. It just knows that we have extra copper and extra aluminum. I could remove those and it would turn them into duralumin, but that's not really necessary. Okay. So yeah, a belt of everything makes Oh, and now I understand where all the stone in my life is going to be coming from. It's here. What do I do with titanium rejects? Oh, I turn them into more titanium. Okay. Sure. Which is more gravel. Okay. So this is a lot. I'm looking at the amount of coke we're going to need to process the antimony is a lot of coke. I'm looking at, well, these are set to run off of condensates. Let's change that. Can I change mass set fuel? Let's use gasoline. Because condensates are a bad fuel. A little bit of plastic coming in, that's fine. A little bit of oxygen that I'm going to have to figure out what to do with. There are ways of getting oxygen, right? There's water electrolysis. There's, muddy sludge electrolysis. And this actually makes muddy sludge. So if I electrolyze that, do I generate all of the oxygen I need? No, of course not. But electrolyzing... Oh, whoops, the game is still running in the background. These graphite rods, okay, those need to come from even more coke. Okay, so we're up to 2 belts of coke, which is terrifying. Not a whole belt of borax, which is nice. So I guess this is it, right? And this is, I mean, in a lot of ways, this is just like every processing line for every metal that I've unlocked so far pushed together into one horrible mess. But like, I'm looking at how much power this uses if I wanted to run this at full speed. And it won't run at full speed, right? We're not going to be using half of an intermetallics per second. But especially if I look at I guess when we're making the hot air, right, that comes from coke oven gas, which comes from coal to coke, right? There we go. So that does provide a chunk of our required coke. And then this would be potentially some of the fuel for one of these things. I also have all these set using advanced foundries. So like, if I want to get my heat from a burner, it's a lot of burners. I can use a coal power plant, and actually 8 coal power plants, but that's only a little bit of extra coke in the grand scheme of things. But we're still looking at a lot of coke that we have to make. Sand castings we need to figure out. Okay, those use creosote, so that comes from more coal processing, right? So there's bits and bobs to sort out here. But like, this is the next big push. But I'm looking at this 500 megawatts, and it makes me nervous. But like, ultimately, intermetallics are going to be in everything. And I think even if we don't pull a whole belt of intermetallics, having a belt of, raw ore going into every single ore processing process here, and getting everything onto the modern ore processing steps is going to keep me from bottlenecking in the future, right? And that's important. So I think the thing to do is to do this piece by piece, right? We're going to have to do, looking at this like, okay, so we got to get aluminum processing added to the list. So let's do that one. Oh, and yeah, there's also, zinc processing that I haven't looked at yet, and that'll get my zinc throughput up, but I don't know if, alt-click? Yeah. Zinc plates, I mean, we will need probably more of them in the better batteries, but they're not used in, like... Doesn't seem... Well, oh, here we go. Yeah, methanol from syngas. That's probably going to be an important use of zinc eventually. Zinc chloride is probably used for some things. Yeah, methanol, okay. And did I get an upgraded tin processing? I don't even remember if I've seen an upgraded tin processing. Tin processing stage 1. Yes, I have not researched it yet, but I will need it. So yeah, zinc and tin will also get these upgrades. So I think... Oh, whoops, sorry. I'm not showing the factory. So I think that's going to be the plan, ultimately, is getting each of these mini factories set up, right? We're going to have chromium, we're going to have titanium, we're going to have nickel here. We've got borax, which is great. Nexolite. Aluminum, we might have to find a bigger spot. This one's pretty nice, but it's a mess. Maybe this one. But that's gonna kind of be the... I don't even know how many sessions of getting everything up to date. As part of that, I probably want to rebuild my mall. Obviously we do have coming up here, rubber, which gives us better transport belts, better engine unit recipes, long-handed inserters, finally. But also, what was I going to say? Words. This is just too crowded, right? I can't expand this. I can't put anything else in it. I need space for more of the intermediates in my life that I'm always building when I'm building factories, right? Like boilers and steam engines. And, if I look at these things, they use, furnaces and pumps. And, I don't necessarily want to have every one of these buildings in the mall, because I think that would be ridiculous. But, like, I should have a stack of pumps in my inventory at all times, a stack of steam engines, a stack of furnaces, a stack of whatever, right? And those all will make my handcrafting just a little bit quicker when I need to make more buildings, and it'll mean that I think, most of these things are significantly more dense, right? Like a steam engine compared to a stack of steam engines compared to a stack of, however many stacks of iron plates that adds up to. It's worth it to have these built in my inventory, right? It's worth it to have mining drills built in my inventory, for building more complex things. So that needs to happen. And, I see, flipping through the buildings I'm going to have to make in the future, I'm seeing a lot of duralumin, a lot of titanium. These biocontainers, if I want to start making caravans and digosaurs, like, we're going to need a lot of these biocontainers, and that means bringing titanium and lead into the base. Oh, is there updated lead processing too? I'm sure there is. Yes, I already researched it. Cool. So I need to do this one too. And then is there a solder that I don't have yet? Solder. Okay, we don't get like a molten solder process until green science. Fair enough. And actually, when I'm looking at like how far down the tree we're pushing to get circuits and fish, and I guess we'll have even energy generation going. What do we need for green science? 3 batteries, okay. 2 animal samples, 2 poor alien samples, and 1 solidified Sarkarus. Poor alien samples is... oof, all sorts of stuff. Okay, so I see stuff from fish. I see stuff from Relicia, which I know I saw around. Yep. Animal sample. Okay, so this just needs... I assume we can get some of these from rendering Aogs. Yeah, blood and lard and skin that we don't get from Vrox. And some of that stuff I'm sure we also get from fish. Oh, there's a lot here. I am... excuse me. I'm stretching. I think, in the grand scheme of things, some progress was made, right? We fixed wood, we fixed fuel. I'm feeling we fixed circuits, as far as I can tell. Circuits are working, which is impressive because they've basically never worked consistently. You know, we do have some wastage around here, but... and I could make more of these, maybe. But I'm still kind of trying to keep an eye on where stone is going and how things are or aren't backing up. Yeah. I do think we will need to figure out tailings. Yeah, this is already half full. Okay. So this is going to be a blocker if I don't figure it out. The flue gas isn't so bad, but the tailings processing needs to happen. So process tailings from hot air. Okay. That is probably going to be the first thing I work on next time. So yeah, mostly bug fixing and planning today. Sorry it's not the most exciting progress, but I think it needed to happen. This base has been held together with duct tape and baling wire since I started, and in many ways it still is. Is Chitin not running? Oh, I didn't. I'm an idiot. Ooh, that's a cool color. All right. So this will actually run now. And I think for a while, all of our middle oil will go to this while it works through its backlog, and then it will end up being processed again normally. Over here at this science, we're still... yeah, just still backed up on cellulose, which I think I knew was going to happen when I improved this. I think I did the math. But we will need more salt water, saline water, or I guess 2 of these. I could just double the number of high pressure furnaces. But it's hard to keep all of the different machines that potentially have... I could redesign this so that this is less bad. So that I could have 2 of these feeding directly into this, and 2 of these feeding in over here. Maybe that's what I should do. But I'm not going to do that now. I will add it to the to-do list. More cellulose for science. Okay. So I think I have some plans, some thoughts on things that need doing. A lot of research got done in the background today, which is nice. The base is running better. Like I said, that's the thing that I'm really excited about, is the base is actually, like, flippin' functional. So over the next few episodes, there's going to be a lot of just building out infrastructure. We're going to go through each of the ores. We're going to get them built right. We're going to upgrade to electric miners where it makes sense to. We're going to move away from... especially anywhere where burning raw coal is a fuel, because that's just awful. In general, I think things are looking pretty decent here. So yeah, thank you to everyone who tuned in live today, and thank you if you are watching the VOD on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to point out any mistakes that I made, you can do so down in the comments below. You are also... Oop, there's new technology. Also welcome to join my Discord, or I am active in the Pyanodon's Discord. In addition, if you're watching this on YouTube, it was recorded live on Twitch. The link to that is in the doodly-doo below. And yeah, I believe that is it for my normal spiel. Thank you again, and I will see you next time.